Yo, what up, team? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment. You guys know what time it is.
It's review time, y'all.
Oh, yes, it is, gentlemen. And what we're reviewing today?
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Aquaman, back in the building once again. Ow! I think this is the last superhero movie of the year.
Yep.
Yeah.
DCEU, man.
The end of the DCEU.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead and put a tombstone on it.
Yeah.
2013, 2023.
There it is, 10-year run.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. But I heard some things like they was trying to still keep the Zack Snyder verse open, but I'm not sure how that's going to play out. But as far as we know right now, it's done.
Hey, as long as he's still making movies, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's outside of DC, man. As long as you're making films, hey,
Yep.
we here.
Yeah.
We
But we here for Aquaman.
Yep.
You gentlemen ready to review this movie?
It's time.
Yeah, man.
All right. For those out there that's new to the channel, let me explain how we like to review movies. First thing first, this is a spoiler-free review. So if you saw the movie, please don't spoil anything in the comment section down below unless this video's been up longer than 2 weeks. I appreciate that, y'all. Second thing, we like to talk about the good, the bad, and we go ahead and give you guys a grade. Gentlemen, start your engines. Time to get on a speedboat.
That's it.
Take a cruise through the Pacific.
Let's roll.
All right, man.
Let's get into the good. Who wants to go first?
Let
I'll
that
go.
man go first.
Appreciate
Alright,
that.
bet.
Appreciate it. Man, I'll have to say with Aquaman, James Wan really good bringing that supporting cast in. A lot of Nicole Kidman, Yahya Abdul, Patrick Wilson, like they really help anchor and keep the movie going. And it's funny because when you get into that sequel situation, all cards is thrown on the table. They're like, we're not coming back. Let's go big and go home. And they didn't waste any time. And I felt like compared to the first movie, this movie really does go bigger in its action scope. Yeah. They lean heavily into that. And it's like, let's just end it. And I felt that watching the movie. Like, let's just end it. There were things that didn't make sense, but it didn't even matter. Let's just end it.
Let's get through this.
Yeah.
I agree on that. For me, the visuals hit every time. James Wan's visuals are just on a whole other level. He has a great way of playing with dark humor, with dark elements to it, and creature feature type things in the shadows. When we was in the deep side, and it was like you thought it was one of the female on top of the ship, but then it was like a mermaid thing that flew it all. I was like, yo, that's creepy
crazy
as hell, bro. And like stuff like that, and watching in XD, you know what I mean. So it was really cool seeing the special effects, and the CGI was for the most part really good. I think part 1 CGI was better, but for what we got, I really enjoyed it.
I'm gonna lean into the action. Specifically, some of the fight scenes were on point. Especially like some of the fight scenes between Aquaman and Black Manta, and a few of the other characters was in there doing their thing, man. So shout out to the fight scenes.
Oh, word. You got anything else?
Yeah. I'll say some of the family dynamics was cool. I like the relationship between Aquaman and his dad. That was cool.
Yeah.
Him raising his son, and those character moments that I talked about with the supporting characters coming in. Shout out to Tamara Morrison, man. He was cool, man. Seeing Pops trying to, show the ropes of him and his son, and then being a granddad and all that. Those quieter moments are probably my favorite moments in the movie. It's like when we talk about drama. Yeah.
I have to say, detail in this movie was really cool for me, costume design wise. There was a scene where Black Manta had already been through some damage, and you could look at his helmet and you could see the dings in it. Thought that was really cool. It was one chick, she had got blown up and then she had recuperated, but she still had the dry blood and stuff. Like stuff like that made it feel more realistic, where it was like they're not always glossing up. I mean, I think the only two that were the most glossy was Amber Heard and Nicole Kidman. Yeah. For the most part, like, but they were underwater, so I mean, you know what they do. But I think everybody else, like when they showed themselves, they was dirty, they was raggedy, torn clothes. Everybody still had that same effect throughout the whole movie, which I really liked about that.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out Yahya. That man did his thing.
Yeah, Black Manta, bro.
Like I've been watching Yahya since the Get Down. He was okay to me in part 1, but in this one he brung it. I gotta give that man 3 claps because he was on his thing, man. Shout out to him.
All right. Yeah, I agree.
What else can I say? I'll say there was well, it actually is a spoiler, so never mind. But I'll say this without spoiling it. James Wan throws his signature traits in there, and I thought it was dope. So if you like his horror movies, you're gonna see a lot of that in here.
All right.
There was one scene in particular I was like, yo, that was a delight. Yeah.
What more can I say? That's it for me.
Yeah, that's it for me.
What more can I do?
Well, I think somebody already said the relationship between the brothers.
Yeah.
I like seeing that, but that's
Well,
That's-
he said the pops.
I
You
said
said
yeah.
the
Okay,
brother.
but
Yeah, so
the
yeah.
brothers, the
Yeah,
relationship
take that,
between
take that. Okay.
Orm and Aquaman, and the banter and the quips that they threw out between each other. That was a nice little development of their relationship.
Bad. Well, with that said, let's get into the bad, ladies and gentlemen. What we got? Who want to go first?
I'll go first on the bad. I am suffering from a severe lack of William Dafoe.
Man,
I needed that William Dafoe hit. I was like, dog, what? Y'all, no, don't do me like that.
that was missing. I
Like,
just wanted to hear that.
I needed that.
Yeah.
Like even what?
Arthur, you should.
Man,
Yeah, word.
I feel you on that, bro.
For me, I'm gonna have to say it's just like part one. It's Jason Momoa, and it's not to take a shot at Jason Momoa. He does the best he can do, but the problem is Jason Momoa's character is he never developed. You know what I mean? We're talking about from what is it? Justice League. The Justice League, what was it? The first cut, and then the second cut, the Whedon cut, and then the Zack Snyder cut.
Yeah.
You got those Justice League movies, then you have Aquaman, and then you get into this one, and even when you look at Peacemaker, you know, they come at the end of like he's been in a lot of DC products, and he never developed. He actually, in fact, got worse. You know, when you have certain circumstances as a character from the beginning to now, you should change the way you view things. You know, for instance, when Aquaman came to the center, he never knew where his mama was. He didn't know his mom. Now he knows his mother. Now he's a husband. He's a father. He's a brother, and he's getting worse. Whoa, yeah, I don't want to do this. I'm like, nah. Out of responsibility, you would change. None of us are the same that we were when we were kids. We've all gotten older. I've matured a lot. You know what I mean? From what I was. You know what I mean? So you would think a character with time that they gave it. I think we were talking about like 4 years or something like that.
yeah, it was a 4-year scale.
4-year scale, and he never changed. He never gained anything. It hurt the character because it became a point where it was like it's not funny anymore. Like some stuff he said was funny, but for the most part, it was like I'm good, bro. You're doing too much with two serious characters like Patrick Wilson and Yaya, and then you're just a jokester. It's like nah, I ain't buying it.
No, I feel that. I'll say I really was not invested in the story like that. I what kept me going was the set pieces and the supporting characters and stuff like that. The script is not good at all, and it's like we got to get from point A to point B, and it's like, you know, just set up to get to the next random action scene. That's kind of what it felt like. And granted, it's the sequel and it's ending, so I get it, but it's just like, man, like they never really gave Aquaman his due, and I felt like this was the perfect time, since this is a part 2, to really, I agree with you, to kind of expand on that. And we know who he is, so I'm not talking about origin and stuff like that. I just mean him as a character. What is your goal? What is your journey? Like, what is your end game?
You're like, I got a
He's
job.
having too much fun. So in that sense, it's like you're disrespecting the character in that sense. It's like, all right, well, your brother is more of an Aquaman than you are.
Yeah.
And he wants to be king. So it's like, well, let's follow him. You know what I'm saying? Just naturally. And I'm like, all right. But Jason Momoa has Patrick Wilson to kind of, you know, contrast them. You know what I'm saying? The balance. And I felt like, well, man, like, it should have really just been Patrick Wilson's movie, because it seemed like he wants it more than him.
Yeah.
And it's like his personality is in who he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I
feel like Jason Momoa could have just toned it down like 50%.
Yeah.
He could still tell the jokes. He still, but you would have saw the development in him. Like, yo, like, and that would have made Ocean Master look at him differently. Like, man, you have matured. You know what I'm saying? And that's his little brother.
And it's funny because he kept acknowledging that. Like, same thing you guys both said, you know, he was acknowledging that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you guys with in regards to him. I feel like anytime things got real and you began to take it seriously and began to take the character of Aquaman seriously, they ruined it with another bit of flamboyant wildishness.
Yeah.
Like it didn't need that. Like, I would understand if the story was set maybe like a year or so after the first Aquaman, but by using that time skip the way that they did and not allowing the character to grow, even though we didn't see that, because that can be an interesting thing to explore too. How this character had changed since the last time we seen him, but you didn't even have the respect to give us that. It's like everything around him changed, but he was frozen during that time. Like, so there's that. And I could also tell where the lack of development in other areas, where it's like, okay, because it's a spoiler, so I don't want to really talk too much about it, but I could see certain areas where things were touched that could have been done a little bit better.
Yeah. You got any more bad?
Nah, that's all. I think I hit it.
All right. All right. For me, I will say you can obviously tell the script was chopped up a little bit, or editing wise, because they wanted to remove Amber Heard. I will say this, regardless of the circumstances between Amber Heard and my boy Johnny Depp, it's a sad thing that occurred. You try to take my boy Johnny Depp down, but regardless of it, still keep the movie the way it is. You messed the movie up worried about what somebody who wasn't gonna watch the movie gonna think.
Yeah.
Why'd you do it? Just bring the movie out. You already project the movie is gonna do bad. You bring the movie out, bring Amber Heard in here, because quite frankly, Amber Heard didn't do a bad job. She didn't do a bad job.
Yeah.
Regardless of how people feel about her. Personally, I don't know her. Don't care. I'm about mines. But I do know she was missed in a lot of scenes. And the scenes that she was in, she outshined Aquaman. So,
man,
I mean, you literally tarnished your own movie caring about people who weren't going to watch Aquaman in the first place. Stop paying attention to the audience that don't exist. Please, because it doesn't make any sense. You literally ruined the movie because of a verdict.
Yeah.
She didn't eat nobody.
Yeah.
She didn't take nobody out. She tried to ruin somebody's career, but you know what I mean? It's already solved. The movie was already done. It wasn't like the movie was filmed after the fact.
No, this movie was done years ago.
The movie was done, and you went in trying to chop stuff because you worried about what somebody who was never going to watch it in the first place thinks. Stop it. It messed the movie up. It really did.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a big chunk of a movie missing, bro.
Yeah.
Big chunk. Go ahead. And you can see a lot of reshoots. You can see where the reshoots were.
Yeah.
Could have used more of Aquaman's mama too.
Reshoots, bro.
Right.
She would have been with the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
I just had to say that.
Yeah.
That was a bad.
Yeah. It's a big bad. What you got, Rody?
I think you done. You done?
I'm just waiting for the grade.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead.
All right. Time to get a movie a grade. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. It lost me, y'all. All right. Who wants to give a grade?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
3 stars.
Don't.
Yeah.
3 stars out of 5 for Ronin. C.
Epic send-off.
Go ahead.
Epic send-off. Mindless action. Good set pieces. Great supporting characters. And that's it. It's a mess of a story, but great in action.
Yeah.
Delivered in that department.
I will start off by saying I didn't actually want to see this movie. I forgot the movie was coming out. I had no enthusiasm to go see it. And I tried to talk J3 and Ronin out of going to see this movie yesterday, and I failed.
I remember that conversation. Yeah, that was a good one.
Right? I really did. But with that being said, this movie was better than I expected it to be. It was nowhere near as bad as people that I talked to said it was going to be. I've seen worse movies in the last 2+ years than Aquaman and Lost Kingdom. I'm going to go ahead and give this movie 3 stars.
Don't. I agree with both of these gentlemen right here. I feel that Jason Momoa dropped the ball again on this one. It was too fun, too much of it as a character to be a king. There's some type of responsibility. I think he should have took the idea of like a Captain Kirk, where you're cool but responsible and people trust you because you were that guy. Instead, we got crazy Jason Momoa. But anyway, the movie for the most part, mindless fun. It had his moments, cheap laughs. Yahya did his thing. Unfortunately, Yahya was in this movie because I would love to see Yahya Abdul Mateen Black Manta again. I think they need to really consider keeping him in the new DC universe because that character, that Jason Momoa held that character back.
Yeah.
Yahya is that dude. So Black Manta also is that dude. And those two, the actor and the character, go hand in hand. I'm going to give this movie, I'm going to go with my brothers with this one, 3 out of 5 stars for this film. So 3 stars
Across the board.
across the board. It's cool.
Triple.
You can watch it. Just know that it's the end, and you ain't getting no more. But it is better than a lot of other movies, y'all.
Yep.
But guess what? It's not about us.
It's about y'all.
Post your comments down below. Let us know what y'all thought about this review, if you guys were feeling it or not. And also, if you watched the movie, let us know what grade you gave the movie and tell us why. You can tell us why without spoiling. If you're new to the channel, go and press that subscribe button. Thumbs this video up. Don't forget to share. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I'm J3.
Run the show.
Woo!
And just
It's your boy C.
Road to 100,000 subscribers, y'all.